What if I told you that the stiffness and pain you've accepted as a normal part of aging might actually be reversible, and that 5 simple movements could restore mobility you haven't felt in years? Here's something that caught my attention as a medical professional reviewing recent research. A comprehensive review of 155 studies published in Healthcare Journal in 2024 examined exercise interventions for older adults and found that balance and strength training improves postural control, gait stability, and neuromuscular coordination, while resistance training mitigates sarcopenia and enhances joint mobility. The evidence consistently showed that targeted mobility exercises combining strength, balance, and flexibility substantially reduced joint stiffness and enhanced movement quality. Research published in Arthritis and Rheumatology found that regular, low-impact exercise can stimulate the production of synovial fluid, improving joint lubrication. A study by Ingram and colleagues discovered that synoviocytes synthesize and secrete hyaluronan in response to cyclic movement of the joint. This is your body's natural lubricant, and movement literally pumps it back into your joints. The #1 movement on this list takes just 90 seconds, can be done sitting in a chair, and addresses the foundation of pain-free movement throughout your entire body. Before we begin, tell us in the comments your age and where you experience the most stiffness. We're reading and replying to every single comment. Now, let's begin so you can start moving with freedom and confidence.
Exercise number 5, ankle circles and ankle mobility. Starting at number 5, ankle circles might seem too basic to make a real difference, but the science reveals something different. Research from the Physical Therapy Journal found that ankle foot exercises improved balance performance and ankle strength in older adults, with these improvements being essential for maintaining independence. Here's why this matters. Your ankles are the foundation of every movement you make. After age 60, ankle dorsiflexion range of motion is reduced with age, and this loss directly contributes to shuffling gait patterns that increase fall risk. Stiff ankles force your knees and hips to compensate, creating problems throughout your body. The ankle circle exercise targets the talocrural joint, the hinge where your foot meets your leg. This joint contains mechanoreceptors that send constant feedback to your brain about balance and position. When ankle mobility decreases, this communication breaks down. To perform this correctly, sit in a sturdy chair with your back supported. Lift your right foot slightly off the ground. Move your foot in slow, deliberate circles, as if drawing circles in the air with your big toe. Make the circles as large as possible while maintaining control. Perform 10 circles in one direction, then reverse for 10 circles. Switch to your left foot and repeat. Each complete circle should take about 3 seconds. This slow, controlled movement activates the small stabilizing muscles around your ankle. Physical activity stimulates synovial fluid production, which lubricates joints and promotes smoother movement. This increased circulation reduces swelling and delivers more oxygen to joints. For progression, once you can perform 10 circles easily, try doing them with your eyes closed. This removes visual input and forces your proprioceptive system to work harder. Exercise number 4. Seated or standing marching. Number 4 brings us to slow, controlled marching. Physical activity stimulates synovial fluid production and facilitates the exchange of nutrients and waste products in cartilage, helping maintain joint health. The marching movement directly counters hip flexor tightness. After 60, most people spend more time sitting, creating a shortening effect in the hip flexors. These shortened muscles pull on your pelvis, creating lower back pain and limiting stride length. For the seated version, sit tall in a sturdy chair with feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift your right knee toward your chest as high as comfortable. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower with control over 3 seconds. Alternate legs, performing 10 to 15 repetitions per side. Maintain upright posture throughout. Your back should stay straight, not rounding forward. This ensures the movement comes from your hip joint. For the standing version, hold the back of a sturdy chair for balance. Lift your right knee to hip height if possible, hold briefly, then lower slowly. The standing variation adds a balance challenge, engaging your core stabilizers and ankle muscles. The marching pattern activates reciprocal inhibition,
As you contract your hip flexors to lift your knee, your brain signals the opposing muscles in your lower back and glutes to relax. This creates a natural tension release that static stretching cannot achieve. A 2023 systematic review found that lower extremity strengthening exercises revealed significant effects on strength, balance outcomes, and mobility. Focus on breathing. Exhale as you lift your knee. Inhale as you lower it. This maintains core stability and prevents blood pressure spikes. Let's do a quick check-in. If you're watching right now, type present in the comments. We appreciate you being here and staying with us. Exercise number 3, wall push-ups. At number 3, wall push-ups address upper body mobility, which is directly connected to how pain-free you feel throughout your entire body. Research shows that adults over 60 who maintain upper body strength experience better overall function and independence. Your shoulder girdle influences posture throughout your spine. When shoulders become stiff and weak, your body compensates by rounding forward, compressing your chest, and limiting ribcage movement. This affects everything from breathing to lower back comfort. Wall push-ups target the entire kinetic chain of your upper body: chest muscles, shoulder stabilizers, upper back, and rotator cuff muscles. These work together every time you reach for something, carry an object, or push open a door. Stand about arm's length from a wall. Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height and shoulder width apart. Feet should be together or slightly apart for stability. Slowly lean your body toward the wall by bending your elbows at roughly 45 degrees from your torso, not flared out to the sides. Lower yourself until your nose nearly touches the wall, taking about 3 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds, feeling engagement through your chest, shoulders, and core. Push back slowly to starting position, taking another 2 to 3 seconds. This is closed chain loading. Because your hands are fixed against the wall, the exercise forces all stabilizing muscles around your shoulder blade to activate in coordination, improving posture significantly over time. When shoulders function properly, your head naturally aligns over your spine, rather than jutting forward. This reduces strain on neck muscles considerably. Chronic neck tension often improves with consistent practice. Start with 8 to 10 repetitions and work up to 15. Step closer if too challenging, further back if too easy. For progression, try performing them on one leg, which increases core muscle activation substantially. Exercise number 2. Standing hip circles. Our runner-up position goes to standing hip circles. Regular physical activity, including exercises focused on improving balance and flexibility, helps improve joint flexibility, muscle strength, and overall mobility. Your hips are the link between your upper and lower body, and stiffness here radiates outward. After age 60, hip extension range of motion has been shown to reduce by 20% when comparing younger adults to those aged 60 to 74 years. This decrease is due to changes in the joint capsule. The connective tissue becomes less elastic, limiting range of motion. Hip circles gently stretch this joint capsule in all directions while simultaneously strengthening the muscles that control hip movement. This combination creates functional range of motion, not just the ability to move, but the ability to move with control and strength. Stand next to a sturdy chair, placing your right hand on the back for light support. Shift weight onto your right leg with a slight knee bend. Lift your left leg slightly off the ground, about 3 to 4 inches. Move your left leg in a circular pattern, as if drawing a large circle on the floor with your knee. Start with small circles and gradually increase size as your hip warms up. The movement should come from your hip joint, not from swaying your torso. Perform 10 circles moving forward, then 10 circles moving backward. This change in direction addresses mobility in both internal and external rotation, the movements you use getting in and out of a car or turning to look behind you. Switch legs and repeat. Maintain upright posture and move slowly enough to control the entire range. Each complete circle should take about 4 to 5 seconds. Research shows that flexion and extension exercises stimulate the release of synovial fluid into the joint cavity. Movement literally helps rebuild and maintain your joint health. The exercise also addresses hip muscle imbalances.
Most people unconsciously favor one leg, creating strength differences that alter walking patterns. By working each hip independently, you're training your body to move more symmetrically. For progression, once you can perform hip circles comfortably with chair support, try with just fingertip contact. Then eventually no support. Balance exercises reduce the rate of injurious falls and improve static, dynamic, and reactive balance. If you're watching and find this content clear and easy to follow, please type yes in the comments. If anything feels unclear or difficult to follow, type number 2. Your feedback is valuable and helps us create even better content for you in the future.
Exercise number 1. Seated pelvic tilts. The top spot goes to seated pelvic tilts. This exercise addresses the foundation of pain-free movement, your pelvis and lower spine. Research demonstrates that pelvic mobility exercises help reduce chronic lower back pain in older adults by restoring proper movement patterns between the spine and pelvis. Your pelvis is the anchor point for dozens of muscles that control your hips, back, and core. When the pelvis becomes stuck in one position, which happens to almost everyone over 60 due to prolonged sitting and muscle imbalances, it creates a domino effect of stiffness and pain throughout your body. The pelvic tilt movement restores lumbopelvic rhythm, the coordinated movement between your lower spine and pelvis. This rhythm is essential for every movement you make, from walking to bending to reaching overhead. When disrupted, your body compensates in ways that create pain and limit mobility.
Sit in a sturdy chair with feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Place hands on your thighs or let them rest at your sides. Sit tall with your back away from the chair back if possible. Gently rock your pelvis backward, tucking your tailbone under as if pressing your lower back flat. Hold for 3 seconds, feeling your lower back round slightly. Then reverse the movement, tilting your pelvis forward and allowing your lower back to arch gently. Hold for 3 seconds. The movement should be small and controlled. You're not trying to create extreme positions, just gentle movement in both directions. Think of it as tilting a bowl of water forward and backward on your lap. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions, moving slowly and breathing naturally. The key is tempo. 2 seconds to tilt, 3 seconds hold, 2 seconds to return. This controlled pace engages deep, stabilizing muscles, rather than just swinging your pelvis with momentum.
Movement stimulates the production of hyaluronan, which lubricates the joint and increases ease of motion. The pelvic tilt movement pumps fluid through your spinal discs. Your spinal discs are cushions between vertebrae that depend on movement to stay hydrated and healthy. As we age and move less, these discs dehydrate, becoming stiff and painful. People who practice pelvic tilts regularly report that activities they'd avoided for years, bending to tie shoes, getting up from low chairs, playing with grandchildren, suddenly became possible again without pain. For an advanced variation, as you tilt your pelvis backward, gently draw your belly button toward your spine, engaging your deep core muscles. As you tilt forward, relax this engagement. The seated pelvic tilt demonstrates why these 5 exercises reduce stiffness and restore pain-free movement. They don't just stretch tight muscles. They restore proper movement patterns, increase natural lubrication, improve circulation, and retrain your nervous system to move with confidence. The total time investment for all 5 exercises is about 15 to 20 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week. Many medical professionals recommend performing the pelvic tilts and ankle circles daily, as they can be done anywhere and take less than 3 minutes combined. Remember, the key to success isn't perfection, it's progression. Start where you are right now. Even if you can only do 5 repetitions or need to modify the movements, your body will respond. Research consistently shows that proper movement stimulates the body's natural healing and maintenance systems.
It's never too late to reduce stiffness and move pain-free. Your joints maintain their ability to adapt. Your muscles can still strengthen and your movement patterns can be retrained at any age. These 5 exercises provide the specific stimulus your body needs to feel younger, move better, and reclaim the activities you love. Now we want to hear from you. What's the one daily activity that stiffness has made difficult for you? Be honest with me. How many minutes per week are you currently dedicating to mobility work? What's been your biggest obstacle to staying consistent? We read and reply to every single comment, so please share your thoughts below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos designed especially for adults in their 60s, 70s, and 80s and beyond. And here's to moving with freedom and confidence at every age.